Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to the ESL ESEA Pro League. Of course, I'm Lauren Pandy-Scott, joined by Mitch Uber-Leslie. And just first and foremostly, we know that we are cutting in on the UK games going on right now, but there is going to be a channel available if you do want to carry on watching that action. I believe that's going to be ESL_CSGO_UK. So go catch that one if you want to. But we'll be cracking into the 6 games coming up today.
Absolutely, of course. This weekend actually has 2 big days of 6 games each. So Saturday, Sunday, packed full of CSGO action. And we're building in tonight with some games up to some exciting ones towards the end. They're all going to be great, but definitely the sweet gooey centre going to be towards the end of our games tonight.
Yeah, but before we get into that one, of course, we need to remind you guys what went down not too long ago. And I assure you, it's incredible. So guys, let's take a look back. Welcome to the ESL ESEA Pro League Season 2, Week 6. We have some incredible games coming up today, and I can't stress that enough. It's the double heavy hitter to begin with. NIP up against Na'Vi 2 times back-to-back. Early presence towards B, and Freiburg and Get Right with the crossfire ready and waiting. Smoke goes down. Na'Vi deciding to push through it, though that's a dangerous choice. Freiburg just going to go wild right now.
Can he get this one? I think he's defusing. He may well not be in Zeus.
Banana, look how aggressive he's going. He gets the tag towards Freiburg, gets a follow-up towards Exist. That's huge play. Exist in a dire situation.
And IP pulling the trigger a little bit early on towards B, and Exist has got a heck of a lot to do. He does get the double, and Na'Vi take that first map.
Game 2 of the evening. It looks rather similar to Game 1, but we're on a new map, Overpass.
I'm just going to wait on this one, Freiburg. Oh, great little shot. Oh, Forrest looking for one, but Edward's going to shut him down early. There goes Exist as well. Edward, give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Getting too close to Zeus there, and he's going to pick him up. C's going to push him here from Constructions. The spray, it's a right go down. C's hanging on to life, and this could be the final nail at the coffin. Freiburg falls.
TSM up against Fnatic next. Now that is a game I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely. A lot of flashes towards B here. This is going to be an aggressive push from Fnatic. They're coming in strong, but there goes Pronax. He drops first. Ignis is trying to hold for 2. Flusher drops as well. Oh, look at the turnaround. It's Carrigan now to try and hold. He gets one on Flusher. Dupree also getting involved. There's the second from the man, and Crims hits the deck. It's JW and Olafmeister. What can they do now? Olafmeister burns down, and Carrigan the man. Already
gone through to Dupree. 1v2. He gets one. He gets a second.
Oh, my
We're
Lord.
going to overtime. Oh no, they both miss. Olaf's just chasing it out. He's going to find Device. He gets a second. Outstanding. 1v2, 10 seconds remaining. Flusher says no, and Fnatic close it down. One more game to go, and that's going to be SK up against Titan.
He's got players all around him. He does spot out Magics. He gets 1. He gets 2. And Shock, sorry, they got 1 there as well. And Freeze will push through the smoke. Hadium will shut him down, but Shocks to the rescue straight through Vet. Oh, and 3, the man is on fire right now.
Heels on it. And the shins feeling rather bruised. They do fall. Titan eventually claim it. SK once again just falling at that final hurdle, which is a shame considering yet to get a win on the board. But my God, they did get close then. And Titan just depending on Shocks quite severely as well. But regardless, today has been outstanding. Unless maybe you're a NIP fan. And with that in mind, of course, NIP falling so severely to Na'Vi, it has put Na'Vi up into 3rd place here, and even that top 2 spot looking good now.
Absolutely. I mean, NIP had a good chance actually to make their way into 4th, I think, after those 2 games.
Yeah.
But they will slide down a little bit there. Fnatic and Team Solar Mid, they've been leapfrogging each other a couple of times. We finally got to see them go head-to-head. Fnatic just edging that one out, and they cement their spot at the top, at least for now.
But I think we can all agree, from 3rd to about 8th, it is looking extraordinarily close. With a couple of games between them all now, 3 points can make a big bit of difference. Bearing in mind today could change so much for them. Virtus.pro desperately looking to pick up some points here, and today is the day for them. They have 2 matches today, so we'll be having to keep our eyes on them to see what they can achieve in this one. And still, very much at the bottom will be SK. They do have 1 victory on the board, but they're certainly going into a tough one today.
Exactly right, and of course that sort of indicates to us as well that they are in dire straits. Of course, their first match today will feature SK Gaming, so they have a chance here to put a win on the board. But at this point, it's really just a matter of maintaining some pride.
Yeah, and there are some roster changes. We'll go through them once we get into the game. I do believe the knife round is actually happening, so we can check in on that. And you can see the difference here. We're going to have a little bit of a curious lineup coming out for SK. We've got Modi being featured. the veteran player, let's say, if you were a fan of CSGO back at the start, he was in Fnatic with Devil Walk and co. Did get switched out eventually. But as well for HellRaisers, they've got Schneider coming in, so a really strange kind of option there. Oscar as well, and you know, it's a little bit of a switch up here. And Magisk as well is going to be sticking out with SK. He made a big difference in that game before against Titan. Yeah,
unfortunately it wasn't quite enough to make the real difference, but he definitely played some excellent CS here. So SK Gaming now going to be starting things off here on the CT side. The pistol round is now underway. And as you can see, of course, HellRaisers, we did see Lambert in here before. He won't be playing for them this time around, just spectating in that coach role. So at least HR with a full 5.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what Schneider can do. He does seem like the merc for hire, you know, thus far. Dignitas not going to be utilising him anymore. But the standard default smokes towards A, actually, quite the commitment. And HellRaisers is going to be going off the back of that now. But SK well and truly aware of this. Modi going to make his impression early with a double coming out. Mo and Angel do get picked up as Freeze does find a touch of a gap in that smoke and utilises it well.
Look at the Kucha through the smoke. I think he was behind one of the boxes there, and Magisk is just going to wrap around here through CT, puts negligible damage down towards HellRaisers now as Kucha just tries to hold that angle, but SCII and Freeze will finish things off here, and it's a good start for SK. That's the pistol round lockdown, and Modi, nice work there holding from that CT ramp, getting a couple peeks before the ground even started.
Yeah, and Modi has stepped in occasionally for SK here, there, and everywhere. He's a player that kind of, you know, once Fnatic made those changes, shied away a little. I think there was a couple of discussions about his, you know, in-game attitude and things like that. But that aside, and all the drama aside, it's nice to see him back featured in a lineup like this. And Schneider as well coming through for HellRaisers. I'm not sure what he can do here. A little bit of an obvious start for HellRaisers, going for that standard A, kind of like default smoke and play off the back, allowed Modi the real free reign, but 5 rifles coming through for SK, so they're not messing around here on the CT side.
Already big investments here, and Freeze gets a double. He's definitely making his money back here. Schneider and Mu will drop, and the bomb is loose in mid as well. HellRaisers just trying to play around it as a concave, but there's SCII and Magisk as well is getting involved. One, as we said, of their top players up against Titan there, starting to leave his mark here. I'd be interested to see now what SK looks like with Magisk and Modi definitely in the mix here, because at least Magisk was impressive on Thursday.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where Cadian's gone to. Honestly, with SK, I don't know anymore. That's the thing. It's just like, who turns up on the day? And so far, you've got 2 big heavy hitters coming in, and it's nice seeing Freeze playing well very early on. He had a very quiet game on Cash before up against Titan, so he's starting off with a bit of a bang. But HellRaisers now onto the rifles in round 3. Looking to maybe pick up something towards mid. Freeze there was under pressure, but I like this flex from SK. Trying to take some control back in towards the A side, pushing the likes of Modi and SCII a little closer on that T ramp. But Kucha's still there, but it looks like HellRaisers want to take that mid control and work off the back of that.
Again, Freeze didn't really have those 2 picks he did last time around here, so he's going to have to do it the hard way. Oscar will give him a peek here. This is going to force him away. More mid control going over to HellRaisers. Now they can opt for the short push, but Sander will be waiting for him as well. Modi gets down to one Kucha, but there's Sander. Good timing there to take down Oscar. And HellRaisers now, well, they're kind of committed to be with Angel now up in apartments. Schneider takes down Sander. Magisk trying to hold on the side. Schneider gets 2, and HellRaisers go for B.
Yeah, Freeze is there, but I wonder if they know he's going to be here this early. Angel's not peeking it, so he could get the bomb. Ooh, the bomb does go down, but he does take out Schneider, and I think he might have some idea where Angel is, but that timing just going to catch him out. Molly goes down, not in the ideal place. Does slightly avert Angel's eyes, but still, it's going to be a 1v3. Angel's going to have to lock this one down, and it's going to be tough.
Absolutely, of course. Freeze now is quite low down towards 8 health, took a lot of damage there, and he managed to pick up a SCII as well, Angel does, from that truck. He's looking for Modi as well, but the sheer weight of numbers, unfortunately, is going to push Angel down. And on the topic of Freeze as well, his AWP on Cage definitely left a lot to be desired, I think, for SK. We saw even a clip, everyone gets their own bot thread on, you know, on Reddit every now and then with a clip of them sort of making a mistake, but missing some crucial shots in the game against Titan as well. So he will pick up the AWP now, and it's time to see if maybe there's an improvement here. His last few rounds have been good. Let's see if he can transition.
That's a big question, isn't it? He's got a decent spawn to peek mid as well. We are going to see the scout on Oscar, but Oscar's got a better spawn than him, so he might be able to get there a little touch faster and have the angle. The flash will slow him down, though, so it will allow Freeze to hold the angle down. Does connect. That's what he needed to do there. Doesn't get tagged either. And I like the way Modi plays. He does hold these fairly unique angles. You can see that standard set smoke coming out towards stairs. And SCII already trying to get ahead of the smoke. Last time there was a gap. But now Modi, kind of a little cornered here, going to be overwhelmed, but Angel looking absolutely nowhere, gets caught out. Now Modi somehow staying alive, gets the chance for a second. Schneider falls, and a quick cleanup for SK and HellRaisers. The timing was off, and they kind of got caught out one by one.
Exceedingly strange pick there from, I think, Oscar who came out of Palace there. Knew Modi was there. He was definitely spotted by the entirety of HellRaisers, but instead he's looking towards stairs or towards jungle or something like that. So I'm not really sure about that one. Now, I mean, last time these two played as well, SK got crushed on Dust 2, 16-4. But it's super hard to sort of even bother referring back to previous stats because these two teams are very, very different.
Yeah, there's no point even putting it to the same degree. Freeze will catch Schneider. Not going to find Angel, though. It's dangerous to let anyone out in mid, especially if they've got the Deagle to hand. We know the damage that this gun can cause. And now seeing the damage coming through, Freeze going to be reminded. And you can see SK trying to close in real quick. Who's just going to catch out Sandon on Sean. Asilian can't close him down too quickly. It will follow up well, and it does just leave 2 alive. Yeah,
just Moo and Oscar here. Deagles, but no armor and no smokes or nades to speak of here, so they've just got to sort of grind it out the hard way. Moo trying to trade there, or at least get some damage on towards Freeze, and it will at least force him back at this stage, down to 34 health. But HellRaisers here should be cut down in due time. That's Magic on towards Oscar. He's holding mid as well, and Moo is trapped inside ladder room, and Asilian was easily able to pick him up.
See, now, HellRaisers themselves are a fairly respectable opponent at this point, but they are both toward the bottom. But bear in mind, SK do have Na'Vi later on this map as well, so that's going to be a real tough battle. And I'm wondering, I actually don't know if Modi can speak Norwegian at all, as he is Swedish himself, so I'm not sure if the communication could be a problem down the line. So far it seems to be holding out well, but yeah, curious to see if that's going to be a factor against maybe a more punishing team, because so far HellRaisers have been kind of battered and broken, but this is a big round for them, round 6. They have the full buy they'd want, but already the boost comes out towards mid, gonna allow Oscar to peek over the smoke, and no one's there to greet him.
Oscar there was looking for something here, but interestingly enough, Freeze is actually headed towards B this time, and they've left Sandard in mid just to watch that with a very passive angle, giving up mid, and he'll just be holding just in case they want to make a tricky boost into the window or something like that. So Freeze is putting a lot of investment towards B here, but it doesn't really seem like it's going to pay off now. Magisk will make a slow sort of rotate, and this works out. As HellRaisers are taking their time. Sandon, who was supposed to be holding a passive angle, actually peeks out and is taken down in the process. And there's Modi again, doing work on A, pushing down that T-ramp and getting involved. And now Freeze has sort of made the shortcut towards short. He wants to get involved in this one here, but Magic and Asilian holding things down so well. Oscar looking in the wrong spot there as well, and Freeze will be able to clean him up quite easily. Yeah, and I wonder, I mean, Modi being Swedish, as you said, Danish-Swedish, I don't know if there's too much of a difference there language-wise. It's probably not too bad, I think.
I can imagine. But see, this is the thing, like, I always wonder, because even when the Finnish addition into the Swedish lineup of, let's say, NIP was always questioned if Alu was going to be able to keep up with that, especially mid-round calls. When it's default, I can imagine it's very, very simple to keep it fairly close, but still, it does seem as though we are back into this one. An aggression coming out from SK, going to be met by Force. Schneider catches out Modi trying to hop towards mid, but Asilian did manage to creep past, but Freeze catches Oscar out mid-air. Asilian backs it up, and HellRaisers just getting beaten and broken again and again in mid here. And they don't have the worst record in the world on this map. 4-8 thus far in the past 3 months, but then again, different lineups. It's hard to keep these guys kind of locked into the same sort of formula. And now Angel, he did go for that B split, but not going to find much out of this one, it seems. Can just smoke off the kind of balcony there, back away. Bomb is loose by the top of mid, and 3 players to find. This is going to be tough, but they are believing it's certainly a B play.
Highly unconvincing play here for HellRaisers so far. This is actually the first time that we've seen SK actually play HellRaisers on Mirage, in terms of the current rosters, if you don't count Modi being thrown in the mix and Magic there as well. So yeah, these guys just really just sort of going from what they know, probably some default strats being applied here. Modi trying to go for something a little bit different over on that A side and get aggressive. Actually, I'm enjoying Asilian as well, working up through mid. We have the 1v2 here, and Angel has made his way towards the A side. I don't know if he knows Freeze is there. Doesn't really matter, as Freeze is going to be a little bit quicker on the trigger finger. And this puts SK Gaming up to a very distinct lead early on here, and HellRaisers T-side just seems to be very toothless right now.
Yeah, it really does. And the things with HellRaisers, I used to sing their praises. I actually really like watching HellRaisers play, especially when Mo plays well with the AWP. When he first came into the lineup, I was really excited to watch him play. I was on Overpass. I occasionally saw it again and again and again, how much damage he could do. But it just feels as though they've lost a little bit of that kind of spark there. And 7-0 is quite the harsh way to begin. It's certainly not over, though. They are on the T side, not the easiest one to work out. And it looks like they might be considering another default play towards A. At the moment, it has been Modi kind of dissembling this. You can see the smoke towards stairs being lined up at the back there by the bomb, but I'm wondering if they're going to play ahead of it a touch.
There's only one smoke here for HellRaisers, so, you know, that begs the question. They're going to have to play ahead of anything, really. if they want to make some sort of set play on here. Here comes a flash coming out of Palace. Modi was actually underneath, so he won't be affected by that, and ACEIan is holding the angle. There's a flash coming out.
Nice.
Schneider does manage to get onto ACEIan immediately, but jumping down, he'll get picked up by Modi. Modi can only hold so long and move. Picks him up.
Yeah, Freeze has to be a big player there, and he just gets mowed down. And now Magisk and the back lines. Good work from HellRaisers there. The flash is coming out from Schneider, really opened that one up, kind of cutting off the two players from the crossfire. Oscar closes down, first one on the board for HR, and working with limited utility then, they really made that count. The little pop flash just towards Dark, it didn't actually catch out Modi, it caught out ACEIan. So then you were able to kind of single one out from the other and then play off the back. Really nicely done by HellRaisers, considering they only had that one smoke. I think they utilized it towards stairs just to allow those players to come out of Palace and not have any threat there just yet. Maybe, oh, what are you doing, Oscar? I know Schneider's a stand-in, but you don't have to be that mean. Just I think a bit of an accidental click then. Not going to really help out, considering Schneider opened it up before.
No, Schneider gets stabbed in the back, and ACEIan is actually aggressively up mid. So is Sen, and so SK, you know, alternating between giving control of mid to HellRaisers and then taking it for themselves here. Maybe just trying to find their sort of comfort play against these guys here. But Freeze, he's already seen quite a few players, and he'll catch the edge of Oscar, and that is karma at its finest.
Yeah, Schneider tried to bait out the shot then for him, but Freeze is just sitting there just loving this. He's like, okay, you keep trying this. And with the smoke coming in so obviously towards jungle, he can swing out real easy, adjust for it. But now the players are starting to pour in. One towards Tetris. That's Mo coming in. He gets tagged up real badly. He's down to 2 HP, but he still gets the kill. And the rest of SK are pretty far out, and Sander not able to land the shots from short. Means this one is still up in there, but ACEIan lurking behind. This could mean trouble.
Yeah, move very low as well. Only 2 points of health. He'll be picked up so quickly by ACEIan, and he can just back away now. Wait for HellRaisers to try and orchestrate yet another bomb plant, and this is buying oodles of time for SK to converge on this point. But there's Angel as well. Catches Senon, and he was slowly making his way across, just trying to watch almost through maybe mid-window. But still, ACEIan will be there. Now we have the 1v1. Kush is down to 11 points of health. Has a flash. He's going to use that right now, but ACEIan just ducks away from the... He has a smoke, a flash, and a nade as well. Locked for him to work with now. Patience will pay.
And he's going to get it in the end. Kucha had to go for that bomb eventually, or try and take the fight at some point, but then there was only 20 seconds on the board there, so he had to do something, and he was running out of options. But still, nice work from Freeze early on into that round, really holding them back well and adjusting. Couldn't follow up too much more, but it seems though HellRaisers, you can see what they're trying to do, the little kind of like shoulder bait then. I think it was Oscar trying to bait out and allow Schneider the shot, or vice versa, I can't remember which way, excuse me. But last time this sort of buy-up happened, they went for that A play through Palace with the flashes. Now they're looking to adjust here, HellRaisers, looking far more towards B, and we haven't really seen that just yet.
Freeze is so comfortable right now with the offense. 14 kills and 2 deaths. He hasn't been pressured much. He's been able to sit back, hold his angles, and just have a good time in general. HellRaisers, though, looking very flat by contrast, but Magisk might have a bit of company in a moment here as a flash is going to come over. He's going to pop himself in here as well, and we'll see what he can achieve. He's going to have to spray this one straight on down. Oh, and hits no one at all. Schneider comes out and takes his head off straight away. Freeze is here from shop. Sander's getting involved as well to take down Schneider, and SK move towards B.
Yeah, and they've taken it over as well, HellRaisers. They've got the bomb planted, they're into position, they've still got utility to slow down the players trying to play for the retake, and it looks like SK want this one. ACEIan there, waiting for that flash. He's going to put it through, going to go check close. Does make it out, but that smoking window actually hurt him more than anything there, as Mo will catch him out, and it looks like the remaining players from SK are ducking out, trying to keep hold of those guns.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward round for them there. Magisk, I'm not sure if he was flashed. I think he might have been flashed by his own pop there, maybe turning a little bit too early into that one. He fired through the window there, and Schneider was able to dispatch him rather easily with the Tech 9. So there goes the bomb, and it's the second for HellRaisers.
See, I think Schneider was actually wasn't caught out by the flash as much as the other 4 were, so he was able just to push ahead of it. I don't know if he turned it, or if he was just looking somewhere else, just by sheer luck almost. But he was there, and I could see that he was slightly less flashed. So I can imagine that must be frustrating. You know, Magisk hasn't had the quietest of games, but certainly not up to the cash impact so far. But then again, they haven't hit B much. He would have only been playing for retakes, if anything. Anyway, 8-2. HellRaisers starting to build a little now. This is what we like to see. And they're looking like they want to test that B side some more, maybe finding some pace to it. And look at this switch up as well.
Freeze going to B again. No one watching mid at all. Literally no one here. So HellRaisers have control of that one, but Freeze will be there. Tries to get the shot on in towards those apartments.
Oh, but it's short. Short's the main problem here. Look at this. Freeze and Sander going to have to pick up pieces, but Freeze comes up with 2, gets a 3rd. Looking for his 4th, can't find that, but Oscar is now outnumbered, outgunned. But can he pull it back? 1v2, he's got the bomb. He's got a lot of utility and a fair bit of time. ACEIan and Modi are not that close.
No, it's slowly converging here, but Oscar actually has a lot of freedom and a lot of time to plant this one. He'll actually wait it out just in case. But here we go, going to plant this one down now. ACEIan and Modi going to go together, just trying to double peek Oscar and take him by surprise here. But Oscar will have ample time to set up here as well. He can really have his choice of hiding spotters. SK are very, very slowly making the way here as well. Almost meticulously. This can backfire as well. They're not going to leave themselves a whole lot of time, and it's only Modi with the kit. So if something goes horribly wrong, this could be nasty.
Yeah, and this is a hard one for him to defend. The bomb is going to be difficult. Oh, he's going to go for the knife. Oh my god, Oscar. Oscar, come on, buddy. You've got to get it. He does, but I don't know if he's got enough time left here. Modi's going to be down to the wire.
He's got it.
Just about having it in the end then, but Oscar having to commit for that. He planted in such an... I don't know, it was such an awkward predicament with the AWP then. He had to commit for it, but... You know, so far he's knifed Schneider. Now he does at least get a knife kill. But Freeze at the start pretty much saved this round for SK.
Yeah, this is the thing, though. Freeze is getting all the time and all the space that he really needs to make these shots here. I mean, we see the Freeze, you know, even earlier this week getting completely shut down in the same way here. So he's obviously having a better game. Unfortunate for Oscar to even go for the AWP there. Probably should have kept a rifle or something, but... It's, hindsight is 20/20, I suppose, now, as Freeze again looking towards mid. Again, SCII being shoved up there. He'll have some shots towards Angel, but cleverly pulls back now in towards Connector. Modi drops to Oscar, and SCII will have company in just a second. Angel trying to do some acrobatics to avoid the shots coming in, but he will go down a 4v4.
But while this happens, HellRaisers have taken over A. Freeze is backed in towards jungle. I don't know if Mo can get that bomb down, but he's certainly going to try it. And there's a double coming in. 3v2 now. Schneider in a great spot, though. Oh, he might just waste that. Freeze was watching the push through, and he's brought it back to a possible situation here for SK.
Magisk is locked out for the moment here with the Molotov burning, and Moo is looking straight towards that CT ramp here, so it's going to have to take something pretty cheeky from Magisk to get the better of him now, but that's the smoke there towards T-Ramp. Magisk gets the 1v1 against Moo, but Kusha will poke out. It's still that 1v1 situation. Magisk is on the bomb. Kusha, maybe none the wiser here, can only see his view model now and goes for the spray down. He does get it. Lucky to survive. It was a headshot towards him, but he gets around with 10 health and the round.
A little bit close at the end then, but 9-3 being the score. I'm curious to see how this one goes down, because I think Mo just actually dropped off that AWP. No, he's picked it back up. I think he's just dropping players out right now. He will pick up the AWP. There we go. I was about to say, like, is he giving that over to Oscar? No, surely not. But he will actually take the time to do the smoke towards mid and then go for the peek off the back. So not aggressively doing it, just smoking out towards short to allow his players to be able to cross through. But SK don't have much to work with. They're down to pistols. Magisk, we know he can do damage to that Deagle, but there shouldn't be the chance to do it. Schneider just waltzes in towards Connector, will catch out SCII and Freeze, and goes hunting for more. This should be a very clean round for HellRaisers.
Very much business as usual there for, obviously for HellRaisers now as they make their way through. I mean, SK Gaming with 9 rounds already in the bag here, so not terrible for them, but HellRaisers now seem to be starting to build up ahead of steam, and this could be very, very important as we do push forward here. It's been back and forth the last few rounds, but hard-fought ones for HellRaisers, and this one should also be in the bag with just Magisk and Sandon. Sandon will be holding mid, or at least in the ladder room, and Oscar should be able to hunt him down in fairly short shrift. Straightforward there. A bit of back and forth, but by the main part, I guess, Magic now just caught, and he will be converged upon.
So, in the end of things, Magisk will keep hold of the Deagle. He's going to be on to 4K anyway, so it's not the end of the world. And I think HellRaisers kind of had an idea where he was, so lucky enough he didn't peek out then. Looking to see what they go for here. It's going to be a shoddy buy either way. Not a great deal of utility to be found. A hell of a lot of Famises, but SK is still on a decent marker here. If they get up to 10 rounds on the CT side, they'll be pretty pleased with this. HellRaisers looking to maybe catch out a little more. They have been a little struggling at the start, but now they're on these full buys. They get the full utility. They seem to be working a little bit better with it. And once again, SK looking to shake things up here with this mid-presence. Great flash comes out as Cillian with a pinpoint accuracy, makes it a double, going for his triple, finally gets shut down, but Magisk is there to back him up. And this is winning rounds for SK. This mid-aggression, and then Modi being just so stable.
HellRaisers just had their legs cut out from under them there as well. SCII cleverly just turning the flash quickly to give himself the best chance there in mid, and sometimes you throw that mid-rush in the mix, and yeah, it's going to pay off here. Last round of the half, SK Gaming looking a bit stronger here. Freeze will probably go back for that AWP if he can get one. And Mo is actually handed the AWP over to Oscar here, interestingly enough.
Where's his spawn? Oscar had the front spawn. So he's actually going for the mid-challenge. Normally they put the smoke down first, but this is the first time we're going to see them going head-to-head in a little while. Oscar's not going to get the shot off, and Freeze might just have a shot towards short now. He's going to back away. He's not outstaying his welcome, but just to see if he actually drops that one out, Oscar, for Mo. As now we're going to come into that grind where they have to work for these picks. Smoking off the closer side of Connector, leaving it all towards Sandon now, who's been playing vigilantly off short, but only gets the 1-for-1 trade, but Magisk is now outnumbered on towards B.
Considerable damage inflicted to Angel there. Now that will definitely help for SK as Freeze is going to make his way through, and Magisk is in a very crucial position right now. And he does see Oscar, tries to put some shots in towards him, but there it is. The orb in response is very, very strong, and of course theSCII went down on the periphery, and this just leaves Modi who are up against 4 here. It's a big job, and Schneider will finish him off there. Half-time, 10-5 SK Gaming lead. Probably in not an unexpected fashion, I'd say.
No, but you've got to give credit to HellRaisers at the end of that game. They really did start warming up. It was the start that was just pretty shaky, I guess, and the first few gun rounds just definitely didn't go their way. But it looked like once they got the utility there and they could really do the set pieces they wanted, and when SK weren't running at them in mid, they were doing pretty well. But I really like the way SK were playing that, just kind of very aggressive style. Not really caring too much, and just kind of playing that real in-your-face CS just by pushing up mid a hell of a lot. Like Magisk backing up, I think it was SCII going there a couple of times. Modi playing well towards A. I'm just seeing if maybe just... It is always hard with stand-ins on the T side, I always personally think. Just because you have to, most of these players will know most of the smokes by now, but knowing the default plays for every team and how they like to play is going to be an interesting factor. And SK gonna have to see what Modi can do. I know he's played with this lineup before, Magisk as well, but both at the same time is going to be a little bit of a different composition, let's say.
I want to see how SK's confidence on some of those CT rounds now translates, of course, to their T side. They're all pretty much piling in towards mid at this. Oh, wow, brilliant match hasn't even started. I'm getting excited.
Are you good right now?
Watch that one. I am not good. I am not good. Yeah, I thought you were giving me something a little bit different on the camera there, but I want to see how their confidence translates now into their T side as well. They seem to have very little issue with sort of jumping out that mid window, piling down mid as well. And you said having stand-ins can make things a little bit different. I think we saw that a little bit from HellRaisers in the first couple of rounds. Schneider struggled to sort of find his spots.
All right, well, SK going for quite the B play, but look at Angel. Already going walkabouts towards mid, but SCII is waiting. Not going to find too much out about it, but Freeze will now know, like, SCII's going to let him know, like, be a little careful here. Oh, Angel just reloading as he lined up on towards Freeze. But SK don't seem too fussed by this. They're just kind of toying it out. They might be fussed if he goes down, but no. Freeze will catch out Angel. Not too much information gathered there either. Yeah,
I mean, he was living dangerously, trying to keep some tabs on SK Gaming, but he didn't really, as you said, glean too much information from that. As for the most part, SK seem to be sitting back.
And I'm interested if they go for maybe an A play here. No, it looks like Modi's backing out of this. He's going to be rejoining those in mid or maybe going over towards B. You can see Kucha had to fall back from Connector as he knows that mid now is slightly compromised. Mo there just trying to get a couple of one-taps through, but Freeze already holding the angle. Going to make it slightly more difficult, but it looks like the final blow, if it does come to this, will be towards Oscar. He's got 4 players in front of him.
That's exactly right. Very, very hard to hold, of course, with that USP. He has a smoke to stall for time here, but I don't really know if he's going to have that opportunity. As Freeze, he's coming barreling towards him. The entirety of SK and Oscar will be shut down, unsurprisingly, here. And this only leaves Schneider and Kusha, who can really just tap away with those USPs and try and keep SK quiet. Bomb is down. That's a damn good start here for the Danes.
Schneider takes off the silencer, as you do. But it's Modi coming through there really well with Freeze. 2 for 2 on that. And SK, it wasn't anything fancy, but it worked. This is actually a really nice start for SK coming through for them in this game. And considering their current standings, they definitely need these. Any games they can. HellRaisers are leading them slightly on the leaderboard, but this is perfect. So let's see what they can do here. Look at the buy-up they're going for. So 4 rifles, 1 SMG. Freeze looking to maybe mow up a little bit of money and get maybe that AWP a little sooner. Or as soon as possible, whereas looking on the other side of things, Schneider going walkabouts there. It's going to be Angel trying to land those 1Ds. Not going to get the ideal start, but see Schneider's going to at least catch out Modi, and that's going to remove the threat from B.
But all of HR now are just pretty much concentrated over on that A side here, so they have to make a rotation without exposing themselves to mid, and Sandard was hoping to catch some of them there, but HellRaisers will still be able to rotate through CT. Mo, should I say, is still, of course, in that mid window. Smoke up and Sandon pushing on towards his B side. The entirety of SK are going to make a push here as well. Magic's trying to trade out. He does take out Oscar. A bit of a shot towards the head, but he's going to be able to carry on. He gets behind the bench, and SK can just set up shop.
Yeah, and I think it's save time for HellRaisers. They're already backing out of this. They do have the head armor. They do have upgraded pistols. So it's more the fact of the head armor they don't want to lose out on. That's a fairly sizable investment by round 2 of the second half. So Mo already going walkabouts, trying to get the hell away. Kucha just maybe looking for some exits if he can get it, but already SK with a really good start here. Bomb plants coming in thick and fast, exactly what they'd need. And this is the ideal beginning for them to close this game out fairly comfortably, if I'm completely honest. And looking at the scoreboard so far, it's been 3 players. Well, no, actually pretty much everyone's playing fairly well. Sandon's been a little quiet, but perfectly fine for him. Freeze playing very well, which is the difference here. He was having a very quiet day last time we saw him in the Pro League. Now on 20-6, even got Modi supporting well on 13-9. It's starting to come together for him, and the stand-in for HellRaisers is the one at the top.
Yeah, Schneider 13 for 15 right now, and they definitely seem to be struggling to cover all the gaps here, especially in these first couple of rounds, but the buy is only 1 away, so SK looking to clean this one up as well. Freeze actually opting for yet another SMG, the MAC-10 here, so 2 Galils for SK, and they're all pushing towards B for the most part here, and there's 3 players from HR, 2 aggressively pushing into Palace, so they're going to find themselves in no man's land real quick.
Yeah, that B side is completely open. SK should find this out pretty fast. They're actually using those mollies to check corners, using nades, let him freeze be kind of like the point man Hicks. He wants to rack up those kills on the MAC-10, get the money in the bank, and he's going to catch out 1 at least. But already Oscar going to back away, make him work for his meal. The bomb will be planted pretty soon for Sandon, and bearing in mind Magisk, Modi, and Asilian already set up for this freeze, going to get the Mo down. That is, 1.2k already in the bank for him just from this round. A really nice improvement. But round the back, Mo and Schneider going to try and maybe catch one out, but none of SK leaving on that route.
Well, it's Mo with head armor and a flash. And of course, that's CZ Schneider with bugger all. And HellRaisers now will just sit back by the looks of things here as Asilian will go hunting. Freeze would fancy some more money, but doesn't fancy his chances with 12 points of health. So here's Asilian. Galil will dispatch of Schneider. And he didn't quite see, oh dear, he didn't see Mo there, but he'll still be able to go up and get him after Freeze does drop down. So he still will get the 1 kill over towards SK Gaming here. But that was the pretty ideal situation, Lauren. Like you said, SK Gaming, they'll be happy with 10 and 5 at halftime. It definitely wouldn't be asking for too much more, given how they expected to go here. Get the pistol, convert them to a few more rounds, and our HellRaisers have a heck of a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, they need to start now, let's be real honest. Once you get to that 13-round marker, it's not going to be looking pretty, and it looks like a standard A play going out from SK, just smoking up. They do have the utility to work this one out, and they've got no one going mid, so this is just a flat-out, straight-up A. Freeze finally gets that orb, going to take that towards Palace, but it's going to be Kutra and Schneider waiting. Oscar can swing across, he can easily watch that as well. See how this one goes down.
Slow and steady here for SK. Again, putting most of their forces in the one direction towards A. Will it be a set play? Here is Freeze, opens things up beautifully on towards Moo there. And there is Schneider trying to respond here. Smokesy coming in. Here's a set play, a little bit delayed. Let's see what SK can do.
Yeah, and the smokes are perfect here. The one problem is that Kucha just leaps down forward. Modi finally puts him to bed, but it's now just down to 2 players for SK. And Freeze was trying to play ahead of the smoke through Palace, and that was fine. But you just don't expect players to pour themselves in towards sandwich like that. But still, 3 players left standing. Those smokes are going to dissipate. SK now just have to do the raw aim battles, and it's going to be difficult, especially with Oscar already holding the angle Freeze was on. And it's now Modi in a 1v3. He might just want to try and keep hold of that rifle. I don't know. He's going to go try and get a bit of a trade here, but Oscar shuts him out. And HellRaisers live to fight another day, but they can thank Kucha for that one.
Really nice stuff from Kucha. Just a little bit of a burst of aggression is going to net him 2 quick kills. A spray down with the M4. It's going to yield those results here. And HellRaisers, can't complain about that one here as well. It's a good start for them. We'll see here as SK still can buy up Freeze, obviously, with the AWP in hand here.
Ooh, double
AWP, yeah, as you said, for HellRaisers.
I want to see this. I'm really looking forward to seeing this, how Mo plays with this. And obviously, on the other side of things, Oscar as well. It looks like he's splitting it through mid, and Connect is going to be coming in from Mo, but it's short that's already being watched. Good work from Mo. Double comes in. Asilian and Sandon just get removed from the map, and that is the perfect start.
Phenomenal timing from Mo there, really. Can't fault him on that one. He's just going to back away now as well. And he can just sit this one out. His SK now slow roll their way forward. Freeze does take down Oscar. That's at least 1 AWP off the table here. But they have left the bomb well and truly back towards CT here, and they are probably just trying to think of the next easiest way forward. Magisk will advance slowly over towards apartments, and Freeze is still looking for something to present itself to him in mid, but it's unlikely the HR are going to give him too much on a platter here. Modi will be joining Magisk as well. And here we go. Nice work from Magisk there in mid-air. Angel's head gets taken clean off, and they're going to work their way on towards his B side, and HellRaisers have to scrabble to attend. Yeah,
Mo's en route. Kuch is there. Schneider holding back just in case it's a fake towards A, but Magisk is certainly making this one count. He's already up close and personal. 2 players lining up for him. He gets down another. That's Mo gone, but can he close out this round?
Magisk playing beautifully so far here. Kusha, though, will be awaiting him around the corner, and Magisk has to temper that aggression to some degree. He will go forward, though. He will get the kill. Massive work from that guy. And 3 kills for him is enough for SK surely to clean this one up, and that's devastating for HellRaisers. Just as they start to set their sights towards making up their massive round deficit, they get put back down in their place.
And I love that aggressive play from Magis. Just the timing was impeccable, taking the challenge when required, and they're hunting out Schneider, but he's well positioned on towards A, sitting by Tetris. I doubt anyone's going to get there in time here. So he'll at least be able to retain the M4A1. But, you know, as you said, it must be devastating. After Mo just went off to such a good start, picking up that double just pretty much for free. And now, money-wise, they are not great. You can see, well, of course, Schneider's going to be still sitting fairly well. But everyone else, nothing to be found here. And look at this. They just line up for him in the end. He adjusts across, swinging out on that. But 2 scouts, an M4 for Kucha. You know, Schneider's still keeping his. Oof, Mo getting a little close then, but going to do much. Schneider going to take the challenge in mid, gets just destroyed by Modi. And you can see SK just speeding the round up. They want to get in their faces with these guns, but slowing down the pace, they'll wait for the challenge. And look at that from Mo, finding Modi real easy. Kucha holding the cross, and actually in these crossfires, HellRaisers are starting to shine.
SK brazenly trying to push out of Connect when they get shut down almost instantly. Now Oscar to hold with that Deagle there. Friezo manages to get one back towards Angel. He was in mid there. And 3 players for HellRaisers, mostly towards the A side. And Sandon, he's going to scoop up the bomb. And SK are just going to take a step back on this one now and slowly make their way over towards that B side. Oscar will be the first there, and he's going to come straight out the window. He's met by Freeze, and Mo will be there next. The bomb should already start being planted. Yeah, the bomb is en route. It's in the hands of Sandon, and Mo and Kucha are pretty far away. That's the only problem. Kucha was still on the A site. As wow, this has taken some real sweet time. That is the most beautiful sway of the AWP I've ever seen. It's kind of majestic. Oh, nope, nope. We almost, there we go. Way, we're back. But still, SK just always rotating at the right time. Magic's going to catch out Mo anyway. And it looks like HellRaisers, even though they put in a good effort into this one, catching out Cillian. Oh, tell a lie. Okay, Kucha. Takes a little bit of damage on that pickup, but Freeze already sitting pretty comfortably here. Can lock off one angle, leave it down to Sandon to watch the other. And it's SK on 15, HellRaisers on 6. Just as HellRaisers, as I said, start to build up even the tiniest bit of momentum. SK playing with some real consistency here. And well, I've got to say, it's due in a big part to Freeze, who's 26 kills and 8 deaths right now, and has just not wanted to put down the AWP for the whole game, and you can hardly blame him here. He's topping by a considerable amount. And HellRaisers have lacked the tools, they've lacked the positioning, I guess they've lacked the initiative as also to sort of counter him so far, and he's been able to run wild. Really has been, and SK looking to do maybe, not the most default of A, but play towards this A side, 2-2 split there. Kucha can be the one pushed up towards that balcony. Sandon might check this actually. Let's see, Mo's going to find a Cillian towards mid, so that's going to kind of remove that threat. Oh, he's going to commit. This is the thing. When you have this much money, you can commit all the resources you want to. They can always buy back next round. Sandon's still got 4.9k in the bank. He's going to drop that one down. Going to force... Do you know, that went down below, I think. Actually, no, it went too far. It's going to allow Modi through, though. Kucha's going to fall, and now Modi has just a free glance of everything. He's going to catch out Mo. He's going for another. He doesn't have enough bullets for it, but Magix does. And he's going to destroy Oscar, leaving just Angel alive. And HellRaisers, some close rounds to be talked about, but SK overall, just sheer power. This dynamic of Modi and Magix is really adding some aggressive bite to SK Gaming there as Magix finishes things off and Angel goes down. And that is HellRaisers getting... well, honestly, a result that they wouldn't have expected up against SK. A very convincing victory for them. The SK that we saw against Titan on Thursday seemed to have bark, but no bite. They seemed to try and set up for some, some big, ambitious plays, and in the execution is where they would fall over. Here they seem to have a lot more regression coming from Modi and Magix, and it's paying off beautifully for them. They're taking HellRaisers by surprise every time. Yeah, and now HellRaisers have 9 points in the league so far, and SK only have 3. So that's going to get SK a little bit better off, in their footing. But that is a really nice addition of roster. I've got to say, I actually quite like that from SK. I'm not sure if it's going to stay, if it's just a stand-in, but so far it's certainly proven to pick up the results, which is the main thing here. And of course, at this point in the Pro League, they need to get off that very bottom marker. Bearing in mind, 3 teams are tied out on 9 points overall on the ladder board. It's certainly more than feasible for SK to do well, but they do have a bigger challenge later down the line today. That's going to be against Na'Vi, but that is after the next game. Of course, we have to, spice things up a little bit here. We're going to have a very good one going down. NIP up against Titan, going down on Dust too. Now, historically, or at least recently, between these two teams, it's been the NIP show. I think 4 out of 5 times they've won the recent games here, only slipping once against Titan. But then again, we saw Titan having a bit of a sloppy game against SK, NIP having a tough time against Na'Vi,
Who's going to come and be able to pull it together here is the main thing.
It's funny because people were saying before, at least their games against Na'Vi, NIP definitely out of their slump. They're definitely starting to make some results back. And then it was just a really uninspiring performance against Na'Vi. They really got shut down in a big way. And the thing about this is as well, Titan, I mean, arguably this is one of NIP's best maps. People sort of, deucing their praises on it, especially more so in recent times. Statistically speaking, though, this is one of Titan's best as well.
Exactly. It's a map of momentum. It's a map of, a lot of individual skill, and Titan are certainly not lacking in that department. Neither are NIP on occasion, but this is going to be a very tough one for both sides. I think it's going to be a good telling point as to where they both are currently in form. However, that'll be coming up after the break, so guys, do stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters. Delta Titan's debating against it. Oh, it's beautiful. Exists. 2 kills could never be so important.
He's gonna go for it behind the fountain. Kerrigan's just gonna charge him down. He's gonna miss quite a few pistol shots. Kenny F, he won a kill, and then he gets the second. Kenny F punches around.